First of all, welcome to the Friendly Talk podcast.
Summer 2024.
Oh, man.
A bust. A total bust. This was the worst summer of my entire adult life.
Really? Summer 2024?
I don't know what's going on with the planets, with the Earth, with Mercury, with the retrograding, whatever the fuck that means. Something's happening because it's all over my For You page on TikTok. Something with the stars, and it's making everybody crazy, including myself.
I'm trying to think. Last year was pretty whack.
Last year was whack, too.
The last summer was trash. This one is better.
The reason I hate the summer more than last summer is because last summer was so bad, and I made sure that this summer wouldn't go that way. It went exactly that way.
I barely went out. I was working. I'm not gonna complain. I was working a lot. I was on the road. I was working. God is good. But you know, day parties, everything passed me by. I went to one party this summer, June 22nd.
I went to the beach twice, and it was just not even fun. Like I mean, the beach was fun. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, like the summer as a whole was just so. Just in your feelings with everything that's going on in Palestine. I was like, I don't feel like doing anything. It's just, I've been trying to keep face for like social media because it's like kind of my brand to like, attempt to be entertaining.
Yeah, right.
But it's just like, this summer was just shitty.
Yeah, man. I went to one party and then I went to a Future concert last week. That was fun.
How was that? Yes, you told me.
That was fun. I had a good ass time because Future is... You know, he is fine as hell.
Yeah.
He is fine as hell. It was a gift for somebody I was talking to.
Yeah.
You know, it was supposed to be a surprise, but we're not talking no more. So I went with my homeboy.
How early did you buy it, the tickets?
2 months in advance. 2 months in advance.
That's very ballsy of you.
Yeah.
To think that you guys will last for 2 months.
To think that we would last for a whole 8 weeks I was wilding.
Yeah.
Now I know better.
I'm like, if you're talking to a guy and you're planning 2 months in advance, you're like, oh, you're putting so much faith that he's not going to mess up in 2 months, which is not likely.
I wanted to make him smile. I know he was a Future fan, so silly me.
You're like, wow, I thought about you long term, and I paid money for these tickets. You didn't
Lesson
deserve
learned.
either.
Lesson learned.
Don't ever buy concert tickets for a guy you're talking to.
Lesson learned. But I had a good time. That was my second time seeing an American artist. Beyonce was my first.
Okay.
Then Future, Metro Boomin. So Future has a song that is like a classic. It's called Freak Ho. Freak Ho. And it's him and Metro Boomin. And it's like, girl, I don't know how. It's like, you know Back That Ass Up by Juvenile?
Yes.
You know how like girls cannot stand still when that song comes on? Back That Ass Up, you gotta dance.
Yes.
So Freak Ho is like the same vibe. Like you gotta dance. And I was the only bitch dancing.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, where was the venue?
It was the Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
Okay, that's weird. The Barclays usually lit.
I'm just like, do American, because I don't go to a lot of concerts. I do go to concerts, but they're like dance hall concerts. Yeah. I'm like, do American women not dance at concerts? Because everyone was just too cute to dance.
You know what's so funny? I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I was telling him that I feel like club culture completely died these past couple years because no one dances anymore.
No one dances.
No one goes to clubs to dance. They go to take photos. They go to like post. They go to take videos of other people.
Yeah, they take a couple, and smoke a hookah, drinking. They're not actually having fun at the event.
That's exactly what it is.
Ass at this concert, and everyone looked at me like I was crazy. Then on Friday, the day afterwards, I went to a party in Harlem. They played another good song. I was the only bitch dancing. Me and my friend was dancing. I'm like,
because nobody wants to be the only person dancing.
No one wants to be the only one dancing.
And nobody wants to be recorded. They only want to record other people, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like social media and the cell phone totally ruined parties.
Fun. And my thing is, I should be able to dance without you record. Like, what are you trying to like make fun of me? Like dancing? Like, I'm having fun. I'm not a professional choreographer. I can look silly if I want to. It's not that serious.
I feel like there's certain events that it's like you should have a no phone rule, and I think
comedy
concerts
shows
are one
and
of them.
Concerts.
Yeah,
because who the fuck watches concerts on their phone?
I've never recorded a concert and then
watched it later. Never in my life.
So it's like, why are you recording? It's because it's proof that you did something for your followers.
Or even if you want to take a one story to just show your friends you somewhere, and that's it. Then put the phone down after the one story. But people did the whole night. Night.
And then it's like, how do you have so much storage on your phone?
Beyonce said it at one concert. She was like, put the phone down. She said, if you want to watch me behind the screen, you could have did this on YouTube.
Yeah.
I was like, first of all, that's the most I've ever heard Beyonce speak. I was shocked. I mean, I didn't even know she knew that much English. So like, that was a gag.
Yeah.
And then, but she had a point.
Yeah. But what else is happening this summer?
I went to Mexico with my family.
I was going to say, you went to Mexico. Your stories
Mexico
were...
for 4 days. It was all right. Mexico was lit. Mexico itself is lit. My trip was a little corny because I went with my family, and it was, one family member I could just really do without ever seeing this person ever again.
Okay.
But he's there.
Ugh.
Yeah. So not my choice, but this is I told my mother, I'm never going on a family trip as long as he's around.
But at least the drama was in Mexico.
Yeah.
Better than having drama in New York.
Right.
You're like, at least we're in Mexico.
Yeah. Nah, it was no drama with me and him directly because he knows better than to speak to me the way he's like. Yeah, I don't play those games. You know what I'm saying? So he knows who to play with. But but yeah. So other than that, I had a good time in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Had a little Latin admirer. You know what I'm saying?
We love that.
He was fine as hell.
Because I'm on Eva's close friend.
Oh yes, and my close friends is spicy. My close friends are my subscribers.
Her close friends is spicy. I feel like you should charge us.
I know, right?
Like,
my subscribers see the same thing y'all see, but they gotta because you're not gonna get my business for free. Are you dumb? But my close friends get it for free.
Yeah,
because I fuck with y'all in real life. But it was fun. Like it was a nice distraction. He took me out every night and paid for everything, which I was very shocked about because he was a bartender at the resort nearby. And it's a third world country.
When things like that happen, I'd be thinking like, how many other tourist bitches did you do this for?
Right?
This is obviously not your first rodeo,
it's
sir.
Not your first
which
rodeo.
Is fine. You're like, I'm never gonna see this man again.
I'm never gonna see this man again. Although he texts me every day. He's like, oh,
you see, that's wild. Like once you got on that plane and left the country, all ties should be cut.
I feel like the communication.
Do not talk to me. Do not add me. Like this was a vacation fling.
Yeah.
A summer romance. I left the country. Don't hit me up again.
I think what he's trying to do, he's trying to get some pom-pom. Because we just made out and stuff like that.
But you're on a different continent. Sir.
Yeah, it's like, you're not getting no pom-pom.
Unless you're flying me out to Mexico again.
Yeah, if you fly me out to Mexico, sure.
But the way your job works,
right. I don't think
the finances are up to.
No, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? We was hanging out and I'm like, oh, I'm paid for this. He's like, no. Like,
summer romance and summer flings when you're vacationing, it's like all nice, but that's the whole thing. It should be over when you leave. Yeah.
He's like, oh, we should teach each other. You teach me English, I teach you Spanish. I'm like, baby, first of all, I don't even know English that good. So that's not even, I'm gonna teach you dead ass and fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm
gonna teach you shit that you should not be saying.
ESL lessons are free on Google.
But he was fine, girl. Ooh. He was tatted and fine. I was just like,
I saw his arm in one of your posts. I was like, ooh,
yes. And he had a neck tat. And he had a chest tat. He was just so fine and tatted.
Tattoos are...
Ooh, girl.
You will win me over with a neck tattoo.
I know. Tacos don't even taste the same without him. It don't. I don't even want to. I be eating tacos. This shit is whack. Like,
you miss him?
I miss him.
Oh, that's sweet. We should go back to Mexico.
I should go back to Mexico soon.
But you don't want to ever fall in love with a guy who lives in another country.
Absolutely not. Can we not do a 90-day fiance? Are you done?
No.
Nah.
You can't do it.
Nah. Absolutely not.
Speaking of television, politics. The summer has been crazy with politics.
Yes.
And Kamala Harris and all her drama and running for president and all that. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I'm a little overwhelmed because I follow politics in America and Jamaica. I'm registered to vote in both places.
Yeah. Are you voting?
I vote both. Yeah. I always vote in both.
I'm assuming you're voting for Kamala.
Yeah. I'm gonna vote. It wasn't just like it wasn't like an easy like because I'm not gonna hold you like homeboy on the other side. He had one topic that I'm like, damn, I really fuck with him what he's saying about that.
Yeah.
I can't say it on here because we could talk privately. I'm not trying to get canceled, but there's one thing I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's something I feel strongly about. But everything else, when he hit us with the he gonna bring back stop and frisk, or immunity for police, I said, oh yeah, that's a key to kill black men and women.
It's a green light.
It's a green light for genocide against my people. So I'm gonna just go ahead and
see, like I'm not voting this year, and everyone's talking shit, and they're like, you can't be a single issue voter, because I'm like, both candidates fully support the genocide of my people, so I'm like, fuck them both. And I feel like Kamala hasn't done anything in the past 3 years other than wear suits and get a silk press. Like, what has she done? She's just getting her nails done and making TikToks with Lance Bass from NSYNC. And it's like, you don't care about my people. And everyone's like, you can't be a single issue voter. I'm like, yes, the fuck I can.
Yeah, you can, because if people was wilding
I can.
If they was dropping bombs on Jamaica, I don't give a fuck what nobody was talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I can totally be a single issue voter. And I am. And I'm just like, I don't care enough about this country to vote.
I always vote, even if I don't care for the either candidate, just because, within my mother's lifetime, people were dying. Like, black people were literally dying.
For sure.
For that. So I just do it just so they didn't die in vain. Not because I think the shit actually, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just do it so that, the 1960s wasn't for nothing.
I just feel like nothing is happening this summer. Like, nothing happened other than like a bunch of white girls getting canceled on TikTok for being super racist.
See, I didn't know the white girls were getting in trouble.
All the white girls are getting in trouble, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it, Eva. And you know what? Starting with Brooke from the Canceled podcast, I was such a fan of hers.
That's the name of her podcast?
Yes, funny enough.
Oh,
she foreshadowed her own...
You gotta be careful what you put out there, what you manifest.
She she's just a funny blogger kind of bitch, and then all her old tweets came out about like, the Zimmerman case was not racist, and it was self-defense, and like all this like just insane things. And she made this whole apology about how she has grown from that. I'm like, you can't grow from that idea. Like if you're racist and you really think that case wasn't racist, there's no way that you're gonna change your mind about that. Like that's who you are. You can't outgrow racism.
Now I can understand if she tweeted that back in the day, and like her recent tweets were in support of like Black Lives Matter, or like you know what I'm saying? That like, oh, maybe she did grow because her most recent tweets, did show a different side. But if you never ever tweet, the only time you spoke on police brutality was that one time, or the killing of a black youth, that was that one time, then yeah, you didn't grow.
And it's also, I always feel like it's always Twitter that gets people.
Always.
It's always Twitter. Twitter got Kevin Hart. Twitter gets everybody, and I'm just like, why aren't you deleting the tweets?
Yeah, like, I don't even remember
Don't you remember, like, hey, I used to tweet some crazy shit. Let me go back and archive them, or just delete my Twitter. Like, where's your team that's like, hey, clean up your social media before you blow up, or you're getting a lot of followers, clean it up. I always wonder, I'm like, why are you so stupid?
Right, I gotta look back. My first Twitter and my Facebook had gotten hacked by this bitch I fought.
Wait, what? Who did you fight? How did she hack you?
Because this is back, like I was logged in on both on her computer. Cause I was at her house. Cause we were best friends.
Okay.
And then some wild shit happened, and I ended up fighting her. So my shit was still I forgot to log in after the right hook. Log out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After the right hook, I forgot to log out, and shorty hacked me and was talking crazy. So like, I don't know. I don't even remember that login for any of that shit. So if anything pop up, it was her.
Why is it?
Any homophobic shit y'all saw, it was her.
Why is it that Eva's stories always start and then I fall with a bitch?
I fall with this bitch.
That's kind of crazy.
I know.
I was on Instagram the other day, and I got tagged in a comedy flyer with someone, and I go to click on the comedian's page. I'm like, mind you, we have no beef. Like, we've said hi to each other twice. Like, I don't even know her. This bitch has me blocked, and I'm like,
oh.
I was like, what did I do to you? Like, I was like, what? And I'm like, there's no way we have beef. I've never spoken about you. Like, we have nothing to do with each other. So I'm like, your beef is one-sided.
Yeah.
Whatever beef you have with me, it's super one-sided. Because I'm like,
That's crazy. You didn't know her existence.
I've seen her around, and I know her as a comedian, but like that's the extent of.
And you don't even care to ask.
I don't care enough to ask. I just started
fine.
laughing, and I was like, oh, okay.
And how much you want to bet when she see you, she's not even gonna say nothing?
It's funny, exactly, because I saw her like a few days before that. She was like, oh my God, hey Nina.
Yeah, you see the fake shit I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what's happening? And I'm like, summer 2024 sucks, Eva.
Listen, you gotta get you a Latin lover.
A Latin lover? Have you been watching the Olympics?
So I seen clips. I just keep track of Jamaica. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. We only got one gold medal, but shout out to everybody else. The silver medal still matter.
I did see one Olympics drama where it was that break dancer from like Australia, I guess, or something.
Australia.
And it was so terrible. It was hard to watch.
Yeah, I got secondhand embarrassment.
It was very bad. She was doing mountain climbers. She looked like she was having a seizure.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was
bad.
And I'm just like,
USA and Japan killed it.
How did your country let you?
Yeah, they probably thought that she was killing shit. They don't know no better. They don't know better.
They don't have YouTube in Australia.
I don't know.
They don't have internet.
I don't know.
Remy's laughing.
They saw her and was like, "This is it. This is the one. She gonna put our city on the map.
The caucasity.
She gonna put the country on the map." They really thought that gluten-free shit.
And I'm like, white women ruin everything. It's the downfall of white women. Because Blake Lively is getting canceled, and she's kind of like America's sweetheart that does no wrong.
Girl, hold on, let me look at. I don't know no white. I gotta
who Blake
brush up on my white
women. She's from Gossip Girl.
Let me see. I gotta.
Eva doesn't watch Gossip Girl.
I don't watch.
That's a Nina show for sure.
What's her name?
Blake Lively. She's married to Ryan Reynolds. She did a movie about domestic violence and has been going on a press campaign about
she's
her.
A pretty-ass white girl.
About her hair campaign.
Oh, she's pretty.
I love Blake Lively, but she's getting.
Oh, I know her husband.
She's getting dragged.
Famous white guy. Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Deadpool.
girl.
She's married to Deadpool.
Yes, girl.
So she did a big movie, a big box office movie about domestic violence, and has went on a campaign, like a press campaign, and talked about everything but domestic violence, and people are getting really upset.
You got to talk about the topic of your movie.
She's doing like interviews, and they're asking her about domestic violence. She's like, I sell hairspray now. Like it's
that was such a
white woman thing to do,
and it was such a ball to drop because she could have really like tugged at some heartstrings to, and I don't know what the fucking word is. Like to get people want to come. You know what I'm saying? Ignite
like
some excitement. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm like, she's a famous rich white woman. What do you expect?
Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah. Oh my God. Even rich white women get their ass beat by their husband.
Yeah,
they be the main ones. Are you kidding me?
We need to look up the statistics.
He'll fuck the nanny and then beat you. Is that not the life that they live?
Is that a white woman life?
That's what in my imagination, that's what I imagine how they live.
Yeah.
Some of them, not all of them.
And they're getting cheated. Their husband's cheating on them with the secretary.
With the secretary or the nanny or both.
And then she's kind of in love with her son's best friend. Yeah. Who's underage.
I feel like this is all the Lifetime movies.
Yes.
Yeah. The Lifetime movies was all white bitches. The fuck? What is she? What?
Aww.
I don't know. I grew up in domestic violence, which is wild. It's so crazy because I'm gonna talk about it when it's over.
I think a lot of people are like affected by domestic violence.
Yeah.
Like men and women.
Yeah.
People don't talk about women be beating their men.
Oh my God, yes. And women think that shit is okay. Like
it's not okay,
it's
but
not
I'm like,
okay.
It's not okay, but I'm like, he probably deserves
I only put my hands
What did he do? What did he do?
No, some women are just crazy.
Yeah, some women are nuts, for sure.
If I have a son and I find out his girl's putting her hands on, I'm fucking her up.
Yeah, for sure.
Or if if I have a daughter, my daughter gonna fight her, but someone needs somebody. I only put my hands on one guy one time, and it was like because he had this girl call my phone and she knew all my business. He was like pillow talking about me. If you gonna fuck a bitch, fuck her. Don't talk about me. Fuck you talking about me for?
Yeah.
All my business. I'm like, what? So she thought I wanted to fight her. I'm like, you're irrelevant. Like, I'm not fighting you, bitch. I went and punched him in his shit.
Yeah.
But that was the one and only time. And that was 11 years ago.
Yeah, women often like emasculate men and they kind of just like, they kind of just like deal with it, you know?
Yeah, like one of my favorite shows is King of Queens. And now as an adult, I'm watching it over and like Carrie was always like, slapping Doug or twisting his nipples or punching. And I'm like, that's not
mean.
I'm like, she's abusive. Like,
yeah.
I'm watching. I'm like, this isn't abusive. Like every time they talk, he's like flinching, and it's comedy. Like the studio audience is laughing.
I just feel like if it was reversed, it would not be.
It's not okay. I feel like in a relationship, everybody keep their hands to their motherfucking self.
For sure.
Everybody keep it because if he snaps and slaps the shit out of you, you gonna be the first one calling police and crying.
Yeah.
Everybody keep their hands to themselves. That's wild.
Unless he deserves it.
if you gotta hit him, girl, leave him alone.
Just call your dad. Let your dad beat his ass.
Yeah.
Or your brother or somebody. Or hire somebody. On that note, we are not promoting domestic violence on this podcast
at all, and we're not, advocating for.
And it's not funny either.
It's not. It's not. No, it's not. It's not.
Fuck the summer. Summer 2024 sucks.
I know. We got 2 weeks left. No.
Well, I'm going to Nashville tomorrow. Hopefully, my summer lightens up tomorrow. I'm going to see if my friend Precious fight. So
okay, Precious.
Yeah,
we got 2 weeks left. So hopefully
the summer gets a little bit
in the last 2 weeks.
But comment what you guys did in the summer. Like,
yeah, let us know what you. Yeah, let Lenny know what you did in the summer.
She don't read the comments. I read the comments. Let us know how you guys liked your summer.
Somebody complained to me like, "Oh, you should read your comments for more engagement." I'm like, I'm not gonna have y'all stress me out for engagement, my nigga. It's not that serious.
Let us know how your summer went, guys. Let us know in the comments.
Bye, y'all.